All right, folks. Monday Morning Quarterback is here, brought to you by our friends at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. You see it if you're watching this on the screen. No truer north, no better people, no better hospitality. They are family up there at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. Obviously, Eric, Caroline, our people up there do a great job at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. I mean, just all the amenities from the spa Grand Traverse to the golf, which is probably, are they quite over yet? Are they still, you think they're going to squeeze a couple more weeks out of it?
Oh, golf season is not over yet, sir.
They're going to squeeze some more time out. But even past golf season, so much going on over at up at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, all kinds of events. You can always check them out at grandtraverseresort.com. Again, that's grandtraverseresort.com, and you'll see a whole slate of events and special weekends that are scheduled during the winter months and into the spring. And don't forget, Wolverine weekend, part 3, year 3 coming up is going to be better than ever. Cannot wait. So I get a chance to do it with my man, the Princess Zamunda over here. How you doing, DG?
Prince Akeem. I'm doing great. As you can see, the weather is coming. The weather's come down just a bit, and I know for those of you who follow on Twitter, the Twitterverse or the Xverse, you know, your friend Sam across the table here, he had a heater on in his office, is all I'm saying. And so, you know,
well, listen, man,
I just want to come prepared today. I want to come prepared. It's below 50 outside. You know how I mean. You know how I do. I don't play those games.
Hey, man, I don't have wool meat hats and you know, Danny goat coats and
I don't know what that is, but
I don't have any of that stuff. Hey, I mean, everyone can have a rooftop sauna.
Oh,
right?
Here we go.
You got bathers too, don't you, Akeem? You got bathers.
Educated, entertainment, and intoxicated. What's this? What are we doing?
Man, you know what you had these people doing? I'm doing a live hit. We gonna get to the breakdown. I'm doing a live hit Saturday for the game on video. And a dude walks down the street. He said, "Hey, it's 2 straps." And I said, man, come on, man.
You got 2 straps now. You don't want y'all to wear 2 straps now.
You got these people calling me 2 straps.
It's 2 straps.
Like,
you got 2 chains. Man. You got 2 straps. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're going to have kids all around the world putting their backpack on with both straps.
And you know how you're not supposed to react to people when you're on camera. Yeah, he made me break. I had to break down.
I know you did. I'm glad. Who is that? We want to see you some something. We like that. Who was that? Somebody jump and tell us who was that.
Oh, my God. You got these.
That's my boy, 2 straps. Hey, I love it.
All right. We got a lot to get to on this breakdown. Obviously, DG, 52-7, rather 52 points. Another week. This team just continues to do what they're supposed to do, and then some to opponents.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny just because the beginning of the year with the non-conference schedule, they were getting a lot of guys in. They weren't even covering the spreads, right? And so now you get into conference play, and they've just been absolutely dominant. And my son works. That's a problem. I need to stop. I don't know why I'm working. This is ridiculous.
That is our dropping dives, brother Daniel Horton, jumping in there.
My boy Daniel. Daniel, we got to talk to because we got some good stuff that we can talk about on dropping dimes, and Sam not gonna want to do it. He's not gonna want to do it, but we're gonna talk later.
Hey, man.
But I digressed. I think that they put on a very good display. Obviously, the 7 points. It's a nice play. The young quarterback steps forward, throws it backwards to the former quarterback that's now a receiver. He throws a touchdown. It's a nice throw. I mean, it's like, hey, you might need to go back to quarterback. I'll throw it like that because you can run. But they did exactly what they were supposed to do. It was fun to watch.
Daniel's on fire. All right, folks, it is time for Devin's Appraisal with Devin Gardner, brought to you by Mark Orr at Lake Michigan Credit Union. Mark Orr, mortgage loan officer at Lake Michigan Credit Union, specializes in assisting healthcare and educational professionals. Contact Mark at mark.orr at lmcu.org. That's mark.orr, that's ORR, at lmcu.org to get pre-qualified. So, DG, appraise the offense. Well, appraise the whole game, but especially the offensive performance because at the gate, they were kind of, that blitz pressure was kind of getting home a little bit. Then number 9, got a little funky with them.
Yeah, I mean, this was many, many weeks ago. Not even this year. Last many, many weeks ago. And I said, hey, man, you got to start putting the ball in his hands, right? He needs to make every decision rather than the run of the pass game. And it just feels like they're leaning into that more and more and more. And he's allowing them, because you got to understand, coaching and calling plays and allowing guys to do stuff, it's all about trust. So if you don't trust the guy, you're not doing it, right? We're going 3 yards in a cloud of dust for all eternity. But if you trust that a guy is not going to make big mistakes, a guy is going to get to the right decision, if the defense gives them something that maybe the coaches even didn't anticipate, he's going to create and make a play. If you can trust that, man, as a play caller, the gloves are off, right? You just call plays freely, knowing that your quarterback, your guy, is going to get it right. He's going to figure it out for you. So imagine how good, Sharon Moore is doing. Even if he wasn't good, it's like, hey, he's going to help me. So, I mean, I'm going to look even better, right? But I think Sharon Moore is doing an outstanding job of putting him in position to succeed. And then when he maybe misses on a call, just because that's how football works. Sometimes they have the perfect defense for the play you call, and it's like, dang, they got us that time. Oh, no, they didn't. Number 9. Hey, fix that for me real quick. Hey, 9, fix that for me real quick. Hey, they got us that time, but fix it. Just, you know what I mean? Deal, huh? And so that's what he's doing, and it's fun. It's fun to watch. And everybody, like I talked about already, they, non-conference. Oh man, they can't cover the spread. They can't run the ball. Blah 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 blah. And obviously there are gonna be new move goalposts, excuses on why Michigan isn't as good as they seem. But hey, they just keep going out and doing it right. And remember, I talked about Marvin Harrison Jr. and how he's just always great. He's never surprised. Like, we come to see you. We come to see Kobe play. Kobe gonna be Kobe. We come to see Marvin Harris play. He's gonna be him. Michigan is moving into a territory as a team. Their greatness is overwhelming. Every time you go to see them play, they're doing exactly what you think they should do. You're doing exactly what you expect them to do, and there aren't truly any disappointments. The one you kind of can point to, Bowling Green, they still won by 25 plus. You know what I mean? And so there aren't any real disappointments when you watch Michigan play. They just wear on you, and the analogy that was used. JJ, I think, was talking to Joe Cladd or something, and they talked about like a boa constrictor, right? And so at the beginning, you can squirm and do your thing. It feels like you know what I mean? You're gonna get out. You're gonna get, you might get away, and then it just gets tighter and tighter and tighter until you can't breathe, and now your bones are broken, and you got the former Indiana players coming in and making plays. You know what I mean? That's how it
works. Right. So we'll get into specific assessment of JJ, some of the plays he made, but I want you to comment more kind of broadly on a championship team, right? So you mentioned Marvin Harrison. You got to have a great player that can make it right. Maybe, and like in this game, they were bringing some good stuff run blitz wise, and they were kind of slowing Michigan down. They were getting free on some pressures, right? They were actually covering pretty well too. Like, you look at it all 22, it's like, man, these dudes, like,
Indiana always got some players,
right? They actually covering Michigan pretty doggone well. Everything they were doing right, and then JJ, there's 4 third downs I can think of. There was the third down scramble where he got it to Tyler Morris, right? There was the touchdown to Colston was a 3rd and 10. He had a bunch of third downs like that. And I asked Borges, I said, man, is this relying on him a little too much, you think? Just wondering. He said, no, this is what great teams have. Like, when you get to the championship round, it's not about what you call. It's about when they over on the other side got great players or got a great call. Can you, to your point, still make a play? Joe Burrow, Cam Newton, Stetson Bennett even.
No, don't say even. He was big time doing it.
Right. That's what we saw JJ McCarthy doing like a mug Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what we thought he was capable of doing. But we were just so dominant in that boa constrictor mentality in the run game that we never got to the 3rd and long, right? We couldn't see it happen because we didn't get the 3rd long. We're getting 5 yards of pop on 1st down. Then on 2nd down, it's like, let's run it again. You get 7 there, and then you're in short yard. It's just like, you know what I mean? And well, that would be 12. That was bad math there. But you know what I mean? You get a few yards, and on 2nd down, you get more yards. And so now that, they're designing their defense to stop the run, All right, you get a little more third down and long situations, and that's where the special people can be special from the quarterback position and, you know, receivers making plays. And it's so tough. You know, you said they were covering well, and yeah, until he starts to move.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they cover well. While you're trying to make play, man, why ain't nobody open? I know our guys. Well, they're doing a good job. And then when you scramble one time, and it's like, oh my goodness, all that we've done is gone to waste, right? Because no matter how well you cover, when a guy starts to move around and create, and on the one that Coach Loveland, I loved it. So that's my dream. That was my dream, like as a kid when I was in high school. I remember I watched Tyrod Taylor run left. I think it was in a bowl game or something. Run left, right? And he's pointing downfield and he throws the ball, and the announcer just like gives him so much love for being able to direct traffic while he's running and making a play. And as a high school, I'm like, oh man, I gotta give me one of those. I gotta be at a point and throw a touchdown, get a dude. But when JJ did it in this game with Coach Loveland, it was perfect. Like sometimes we do it just to do it, and we're probably not even gonna throw it, we just run. But Coach Loveland is running flat on a lateral track. The defender is right there, right? And then JJ gets on the edge and he points him downfield. So when he points him downfield, Colston goes up the field. Shut up. Make it sweet. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'm from Detroit too, so you know what I mean?
Right?
But get out there and eat with your man.
I like the way you do business.
I like the way you do it. But anyway, stop interrupting me. So Colston Loveland goes down the field. And so now this defender, right, he sees a guy that's been dynamic with his legs all season, right? He just forgets that he's in man coverage with Coach Loveland. So he comes up and then just like you planned it, dropped it over his head. Now I was jealous. I said, man, I don't think I ever had one of those where it worked perfectly like I wanted it to. And so that's hard for defense.
Yeah,
runner thrower, a guy that can be dangerous as a thrower, dangerous as a runner. It creates great conflict.
So you know how Borges, he charts everything.
Of course he does. Borges needs, he got too much time on his hands. Borges, why do you have a notepad for every single game that Michigan's played and you haven't coached Michigan football in 10 years? Borges.
Hey, he's on it.
Borges.
So any stat
I know you don't watch the stream because you don't really know how to get on StreamYard because Sam got to walk you through it every single time. But I'm telling you, I know you can't hear this, but Sam gonna tell you later. Relax, man. Go get some ice cream or something, man.
But
that yellow pad is full every time. A brand new pad, all the pages full.
You can ask him how many first down incompletions have they had on the season.
Crazy.
He can find it, right?
It's crazy.
So wanted to know how many yards did JJ account for with his legs, which isn't always running. And I wanted him to separate the called runs.
He got it for you. He
had it.
Yeah.
He had it. 140 yards. He had it was 307 when JJ was in the game. 140 of those yards JJ accounted for with his legs.
Whether running the throw or
running or extending the play and throwing down the football field. 2 of those were pulls. So 122 yards if you take away the 2. 122 yards, DG.
It's a lot.
They only had 307 yards of offense when he was in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's difference making. Yeah. Difference making ability right there.
It's very damning for a defense, right? Because you expect, the Blake Corums of the world to get his and all this. If Blake Corum get his and your quarter, that is a tough thing to do. You can't give up 100-something yards of offense to the legs of the quarterback, and that's pretty nifty what you did there. And I think you're the first person to do that, right? Where you say, no, not just him running downfield, his legs accounting for these passing yards as well. And that'll be the next thing I chart on my next game, by the way. How many yards is he accounting for with his legs? That's awesome. And I'm just telling you, I'm going to do it. I don't know how, people watching our show, of course. So I'm going to do it. Then a whole bunch of people want to do it, and you're going to know that came from you, Sam. That 100% just came from you because I've never seen anybody chart it that way. But that's super important because it's not just running down the field. It's creating, running around, backing out, going left, going right, pointing, making sure guys get downfield to make the throws. Those are your legs created those plays, and so I think they should be accounted for too. That's a very smart.
Let me
put that in my notes.
Let me credit Borges because he actually was trying. I could actually ask him like, okay, can you?
No. He'll get no credit from me. No. You thought of it, but he just had the notes. You thought of it. Borges will get no credit from me.
You know how people consult, they go to like that football, they can go to like the stat thing, the stat site, and they can put in like a random thing from the database, right? How many times have they run on first down on the road when it's raining? Like you can put that in there.
Borges needs to start being a researcher, at least for Michigan football. Just be somebody's researcher.
So how many yards did his legs account for in this game?
You're a smart man. You've been learning a lot of football,
and
dude.
That's good. Separate the run, the actual call where he had an option to pull it. He was able to do it. No. So 140
that's good.
Is 44% of the yardage was accounted for by J.J. McCarthy's legs in that game.
Yeah, so I got Wisconsin, Illinois this week, and both those quarterbacks they aren't runners, but they do create and run sometimes, right? And so that's going to be good because, I think that's going to be the difference in the game, Illinois, Wisconsin, right? Which quarterback can make these plays outside the pocket and different things like that? Because, Wisconsin's defense is pretty good. Illinois, I haven't got a chance to watch Illinois' defense. They disguise quite a bit in a huge way, but that is a very nice graphic that we will be putting on the air coming up. And then everybody else is going to steal it. And then Sam, you should have made it proprietary.
I should have.
Yeah.
I should have. All right, folks. That was Devin's Appraisal, brought to you by Mark Orr Mortgage and Mark Orr at Lake Michigan Credit Union. Mark Orr, mortgage loan officer at Lake Michigan Credit Union, specializes in assisting healthcare and educational professionals. You can contact Mark at mark.orr@lmcu.org. That's mark.orr, O-R-R, at lmcu.org to get pre-qualified. More of our Monday Morning Quarterback on the other side here on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, The Ticket.
Monday Morning Quarterback Devin Gardner, brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. The Ticket. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, where it's fairways, not freeways. Book your vacation at grandtraverseresort.com.
My outfit?
Yeah, your outfit,
of course.
Man.
That's right. Like, they don't even know. It's a lot. It's even crazier than you think. I'm just telling you.
It look like you might.
Fist fight, Mark Wahlberg. That's good. That's good. See, this is how you don't get blocked. This is good stuff, right? If somebody was to tweet me stuff like that, we would be all good. But it's just when you tweet garbage and all that, and you're talking crazy, and your stuff ain't good. It's bad material. Is why you get blocked. Really, that's good. That's next level good.
They making it happen.
Get out there and eat with your man. You hungry? Eat!
And he sent my man to the kitty table before that.
Man, get your butt to the kitty table.
Hey, so the kid said you in trouble. Hey, so
I'm gonna watch it when I go home.
Right. So Matt Leinart over the weekend, he said, "Hey, dark horse candidate." Now this is a Heisman Trophy winner. Saying dark horse candidate for a Heisman Trophy, number 9. So he's fine.
I bet it 5 weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah.
It's not a dark horse when he's third in the Vegas odds.
Oh, he is now, but I bet it 5 weeks ago. So you can't jump on it now.
You had good odds 5 weeks ago. I'm saying Matt Leinart is kind of late to the party.
Yeah, I need to.
Let's see. Yeah, it's too late now. You're not gonna get money. You're not gonna get good money. You got to put a whole bunch of money in. I put like $25, or I think I maybe 100 or something like that. Let me see. Let me check.
So we gonna be able to hang with DG when he goes to McDonald's, huh? You gonna treat
relax. Just relax.
You gonna treat us at McDonald's, DG?
Just relax. The funniest part is him reading the McDonald's menu and he closing it real fast. Yeah, I bet it. It was plus 1,600. $50 get you $850. I don't see why not, right?
And you bet how much?
50.
But don't worry, Devin, it's okay, because first you wash the floors, then you get to the fries. Eventually, you'll get to make the milkshakes.
And then it's going to get took for the Prince of Slow Glow. Hey, give me that shit. Go make another one, Chief.
All right.
Yeah, so Matt Leinart a little late. He was a little late to the party. But, the thing is, man, because just because, they weren't playing anybody, and you got to think about it, especially guys on that show, man. And I talked about it with Reggie Bush even when you was killing him. I did. I said, listen, they don't get to really intently watch all these games, right? It's a bunch of games. You gotta kind of get your nuggets and try to put them out there. And so Matt Leinart ain't sat and watched Michigan football, especially because they're not playing nobody. Why would he sit and watch a whole Michigan game? And for me, obviously we do this show, so I sit and break down and I watch intently and I see, what is he improving on and what all these different things. You don't have time for that, right? They're doing a national thing every single time. Now, I don't have all the time in the world for that, but you my guy. So, and these are my people. Yeah. So I, with my national schedule, I do that, and then I go ahead and make sure I do this as well. But he can't do that. But he probably sat down this week because Big Noon was going to be there. Not that crew, but the main game. And he probably was like, I need to watch. And he probably looking like, hold on now. This kid is nice.
All right, here we go.
And back on radio in 5, 4, 3.
Roll out.
Hey, we are back, folks, here. Monday Morning Quarterback, brought to you by our friends at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. Funny Borges story. So he's coaching.
A lot of them.
Yeah, he's coaching at Auburn. And, they're doing all kind of stuff. So they brought Ludacris out to the game.
Oh, God.
Right? Ludacris is on the bus. Ludacris on the bus, sitting in the front. Al sitting down with him in the front of the bus. Like, who are you? Why are you on this bus?
That's Borges for sure. That's Borges for sure. And then he gonna act like he gonna get down on you, like, hey, what you doing? Like,
yeah, what you doing on this bus? Who are you? Why are you here? Like, what?
I'm Ludacris, buddy. I'm kind of the reason why you got so many good players, stuff like this, recruiting. You ever think of that?
Except Devin, if he goes, I'm Ludacris, I'll go, yeah, you might be for sitting on this
bus.
You
are Ludacris for being on this bus.
All right, folks, it is time for the Driving Force Update. Golden Limousine International with our friends Golden at the wheel and Devin on the mic, whether on the field or riding in a Golden Limousine vehicle. It is always about the quality of the drive. That means they're going to be riding in quality up to East or over to East Lansing on a Golden Limousine bus or buses this weekend. Looking forward to that. But DG, it is time for your Driving Force Update. This is where you assess the quarterback, assess J.J. McCarthy. Kind of talked about a little bit how he used his legs, but specifically as you look at him in the throw game and the run game, kind of eval that for me.
I think he just continues to improve every single week. It's getting boring a little bit, right? It's getting boring because he's just doing what you expect all the time, getting to the right guy for the most part, moving and creating. And, obviously there'll be points in the game where maybe he misses a throw here or whatever, but that's normal, right? He's a human. He's not a robot that just can do it. You've seen that robot that shoots threes. He just doesn't miss. He's not that guy, but he ain't missing a whole bunch now. He's not missing a whole bunch. And it's very, very refreshing to watch. I think for other teams, they're in a real dilemma here, just because if I was a defensive coordinator, what I would do is I would rush 3, right, especially on those passing downs. Rush 3, drop 8. And one of the 8 I would have like kind of in that low hole area, just watching his eyes and moving with his eyes. And when he takes off, you take off with him, right? I put like a safety down there, right? And so that would be my plan, right? So because I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do you stop him? Like, how do you make sure he can't be successful? And the thing about that is, and that kind of forces him to play from within the pocket, right? Because that's the thing we haven't seen the most, right? We've seen him create on a grand level. Now, we've also seen him play from the pocket, but we haven't seen it a lot, right? We've seen it some, right? Maybe be 50-50. I don't know. But for me, I would think that's the only way you can try to get him to make mistakes, right? Make him uncomfortable, let him sit in the pocket, let him know that he has time, right? And he starts to get a little antsy maybe, but even then, I don't think that'll work. But they have to stop allowing him to just run freely throughout the defense and create these plays, right? You cannot continue to allow the quarterback, like you talked about, to account for all these yards with his legs, right? Obviously, dynamic when he runs down the field, but the dynamic ability for him to create running side to side and backward and all these different things, that's killing defenses, and it's creating these huge, huge plays, especially even when defenders are playing good defense, right? Because I'll go back to the Colston Loveland play where the dude's standing right. He's running right, stride for stride with him, but because he points and Colston leaves, now this guy's in a bind, because if he leaves with Colston, he's just going to run. Now, the defense coordinator is probably saying, hey, leave with Colston, let him run, and then come back, right? Because at least you don't get a touchdown. But, it's a thing. Guys are moving 1,000 miles per hour. He makes a split decision, a final kind of second decision, tries to go get the quarterback, and it's a touchdown. And so the issue he's creating is like the dream of what you want from your quarterback. You want to see your quarterback create, run around, do things when you don't have the play called that can be successful against the defense that's called, which happens sometimes. You know what I mean? And obviously you want it more times than not that the play is perfect for the defense that's called, and you run the play within its structure. I know Borges talked about it all the time. You want to make sure you want to have the play and run within the structure of the play, but when the play can't run through with the structure, you get out and make plays, and that's what he's doing. And also, I want to talk a little bit about Tuttle. I remember I told you Tuttle's back up. He's going to be back up, and I think it's clear now. His play where I forgot he handed it to maybe Donovan Edwards or something, and then he runs in and like almost like bush push or tush push or whatever you want to call to the running back. I'm talking about he went in there like he might want to try and play a little safety or something. Like he aggressive dude. Like he hands the ball and I think he's out on his fake, and then he comes and like he just like hammers the running, like he hit the running back harder than they was hitting the running back and gets him in the end zone. I thought that was super impressive because there was some stuff, you know, that he had gone through during the time and kind of a reason why he wasn't the backup initially, and he I think is earning the respect of the team back and kind of earning his place as the second guy, and that's super impressive. I love to see stuff like that.
So 2 plays I want you to highlight where it's like JJ making it right, because we talked about so many instances. I want to talk about one from the pocket, and then one where the coaches kind of helped him out a lot. So the one where he made it right. Talk me through this play. So he's in the pocket. He has a matchup with AJ Barner. Like, I got this dude. And I think it was a double move. It was a double, and AJ Barner didn't shake him. And JJ back shouldered it. Did you? I'm like,
yeah.
Man,
that's so crazy because I'm trying to visualize and I'm looking at you and you pointing to the right, which is my left. I'm like, why is he pointing that way? It was on the right side, right? It was on the right side, right? But you are pointing to your right? And I'm just looking like, I don't think, I don't know. And I'm like, wait, maybe I didn't see this one yet. But you're exactly right. And that's the play I sent you, right? That's next level stuff, right? That's next level stuff where you get a double move and he's covered, but he's not covered. Right? Because when you go double move, right, the first thing for a receiver or a tight end or a pass catcher is you understand that the DB is going to try to collision you, right? Because he's going to be off balance, whatever the fact, right? So you want to try to beat his hands down. Now, sometimes DBs play well and they get over the top quick, right? Do a very good job of kind of recovering and getting over the top. But when they're covering, you got to make sure he's a little out of sorts, right? He's trying to get on top now, and the back shoulder him, and obviously Barner has to be on the same page and react to it. Unbelievable. And that's throwing a guy open, right? We talk about anticipatory throwing, but what about the throwing a guy open, right? And sometimes you can combine the two, anticipatory throwing a guy open, right? That's throwing a guy open, a guy that's covered, making him uncover by your throw, and he communicates well. I forgot one of the guys. I think it might be the guy that played for the Lions, Orlovsky. I think he said something I heard before of like communication with the ball. Right, communication with the ball. If I put you on the left shoulder, you go left, right? He did a very nice job of communicating the ball, and I see him doing that more and more often, not just necessarily a back shoulder, but having communication with his ball placement so the receiver knows if it's a upfield shoulder, just keep running, right? Back shoulder, it's probably a guy in front of you. I'm trying to hold you up, or hey, you're standing still, I'm putting you on the left shoulder, that means the guy on your right. And that's so important, and that's next level quarterbacking, right? Because you can throw and catch, right? Throwing and catching is good. We could play catch all day. Right. But when you start adding pieces in from the defense, you need to be able to communicate and tell guys where you want them to go based off of the things that they cannot see. And that's something I think he's getting better at. And that was one of the displays of throwing a guy open and communicating with his ball.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about having so many guys, whether a player or coach, who've been in the arena is your ability to articulate how hard something is, how out of the ordinary something is, right? If you see teams, they call a back shoulder fade, you throw a back shoulder, but this wasn't that.
Oh, let me correct you here, and this is where people are getting confused, right? There is not a time in the world ever in the history, and it's some high school coaches, little league coaches, because they don't know, right? Because they just they don't get the access to see how and why things are being done. They don't get to talk to Aaron Rodgers, hey, back shoulder back. They don't get to talk to Drew Brees and see what's happening, and so they think the back shoulder is a route. Wrong. Completely wrong. I just want everybody out there to know. Because you my people. Everybody listening, everybody in the stream, you're my people. And I don't want you walking around talking crazy. And then some real football guy's going to be like, see, you're garbage. And you don't know nothing, so shut up. I don't want that to happen to you. All right? And so back shoulder fade is never called. It's never been called at that level. They call a fade, and it's a reaction. No, I'm just making sure because it's a mistake a lot of people. I know you know, but you just misspoke a little bit. But people make that mistake quite a bit. All right? And I want you to be intelligent as a football mind. So when a fade is called, if the fade is the fade, you go. And if the defense is on top, it's a reaction by the quarterback and the receiver in unison to make it happen. And so it's super impressive when you think about it, right? Because it's happening on the fly. These guys are running fast. You got to recognize, is he on top or is he behind? Is he on top or is he behind? Can I get over the top? Do I have to throw behind? And so it's a tough thing to do, but there is no route called the back shoulder fade. It's a fade, and the back shoulder is an adjustment or a altering the throw to accommodate what the defense is trying to do to you. So you're welcome, guys.
This was not a fade. Is my point. This was not a fade.
Yeah.
And he made a decision on the fly.
Yeah.
I could make this throw. And credit to the communication and the receiver for being able to make the adjustment.
So,
but man,
you know another thing? I got into an argument, I think, last year, a couple years ago, with a guy on the internet. Because, you know, sometimes I'm like, I might as well argue. He seemed like he know football a little bit, right? But he's obviously a Madden guy. He's like a high school coach at some high school in Ohio. And I had commented on somebody back shouldering somebody or whatever. He's like, that was a slant and go. You can't back shoulder. There is no back shoulder for a slant and go. Not realizing back shoulder's not a route, buddy. Also, anytime you can back shoulder a seam. You can back shoulder any route. Denard has thrown me a shallow cross on my back hip, right, to make me go upfield, right? And so, but downfield, anytime a guy's downfield where the route turns into a vertical, you can back shoulder anything. Double move, slant and go, hitch and go, out and up, seam down the middle, stick nod, right? A stick and then go, right? Stick pump or whatever you want to call it. Anything can be back shouldered. And for him to do that, right, once it turns to a vertical, is very impressive. And that high school coach, obviously, you should never pay for him. And he was like the high school coach, the coordinator, and the quarterback coach. That team stinks.
so then the other one, real quick, because we got to get to a so remember Bowling Green. You remember Bowling Green. We talked about this play a lot.
Yeah.
And you got the drive from Roman coming across the field. And you got Burner. Again, I don't know what the route. I think you said he was supposed to, it was a stick.
No, so he was supposed to be. He wasn't supposed to get. He was supposed to be more sturdy, right? Make sure he stopped, but he kind of leaked into the end zone. Remember that on interception?
Yeah. So I mean, was he supposed to adjust? Was it just poor design? Whatever the case may be, but there was an adjustment. It was a different play, but similar concept. Where this time
you talking about the play action when he got him on the back line and down the red zone.
And he had CJ run a whip up front, cleared that area out, and it was wide open.
And I don't think we should give. I mean, JJ should get credit because whatever, but. That's Jerome Moore, right? See and recognize, okay, even though maybe Barner should have did this or whatever, this play is not, the design of this play it doesn't put our players in a position of strength, right? It isn't conducive to the success, right? They're not in an advantageous position. Even if Barner does his job, that guy can still maybe fall off and make that play against Bowling Green, right? Maybe. And it's like, okay, it's a good play though. Roman Wilson is wide open. So let's try to figure things out. Let's move a couple chess pieces. Let's move this piece over here, move this piece over there. Okay, how can we get we can make that much clearer that way. All right, and he had two guys. He could do two different guys in the back end zone. But I don't see why not. Continue to streak, right? Have Roman keep getting those touchdowns, keep building them up. Maybe you can get in that running for the Bolitnikov. But that's an outstanding job by Jerome Moore, understanding like, hey, okay. I could have helped my team. I could have, obviously, JJ, we don't want you to throw picks, and Barney, you could have done a better job, but I could have also done a better job. Looking at yourself in the mirror and fixing things on a self-scout type of thing. And look, it's been enough time, right? Enough time has passed is where, people forget about that play, right? And so, it's impressive to watch on all fronts.
All right. Get your questions in for DG on the MMQ&A. That's coming up on the other side again. Get your questions in for DG now, and we'll get to them on the other side. But that was the driving force update with Golden Limousine International at the wheel and Devin on the mic. Getting to your end zone safely, rested and relaxed is Golden Limousine's goal. No matter what time of day or night, you can book your executive transport, your party bus, your obviously, the big bus like Michigan is going to be taken to Michigan State, book that at goldenlimo.com. Again, that's goldenlimo.com. We got to get to a break. MMQ&A on the other side here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, The Ticket.
Monday morning quarterback Devin Gardner, brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. The Ticket. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, where it's fairways, not freeways. Book your vacation at grandtraverseresort.com.
Absolutely there. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So he said their uniforms are garbage when they go in the neon green. Marcus Ellis is saying they're going to break them out Don the Magic Wand style. I did compare him to Don the Magic Wand a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It's hard this year, though, DG, to go. I mean,
That's
normally
crazy. We just went through this whole show. They playing Michigan State. It ain't really
right.
nothing.
I mean, you know me. Normally this week, man,
You turned up.
but it's like
You don't even want to kick them while they down almost.
yeah,
Like,
man.
yeah.
It feels like abuse.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. But
Like, dang.
I'll muster it up. But right now, it's
How you gonna muster it up? Oh, you got more shows to do later this week. Because we literally haven't even. I forgot they was playing Michigan State this week, honestly. I'm sure they haven't, obviously, but man.
Is that a cue, Ira, for him? You want him to say, get on board? If you love the Lord, get on board, Brighton Ford.
Oh, you know we love the Lord, and we getting on board, and we were Brighton Ford.
That is how they make you a customer for life. And if you want options,
We have heat.
what you want. Brighton Ford also
We
wants
have
to make
heat.
your leasing or
We're
purchasing
here in the
process
commercials. That's why I said that.
easy
This
as
is why I tried.
possible. So don't
Over
forget,
here.
Hey,
turn
Red
your listings
Stedman,
to
don't believe
Brighton
him
Ford has a
because
huge
I already go to my
selection of
Twitter
vehicles
and you'll
available.
see from a week ago today.
Shop at 1-800-4
Sam had his heater on 99 blowing right in his face.
Happy to deliver
I ain't
your
trying to hear
new
it.
car.
So the fact is, there is heat in the building,
Yes.
but these
Ish.
studios are not allowed to be heated to a certain level because it's bad for the gear.
Mhm.
And we have also had some major air system issues in the building. Oh, Sam, what would you say for about a decade
Yes.
that they can't quite get it figured out? Devin, you want to have experienced a time in the studio when there was a cold air in here? Sam was doing his Sunday show, and it was the time that my dad came in to talk to you about tech stuff.
Mhm.
And the system was broken where outside air was coming in, Devin, and it was like January.
Yeah.
It was, you could see your breath
Yeah,
in the
similar to
studio.
like
The
right
papers
now, a
are
little
cold.
bit.
The papers are cold, were curling because of the snow coming in. Yeah, it's not that cold in here. It's comfortable in here today. And it'll be steamy hot in Sam's office when you guys get that heater turned on.
Man.
Yeah, DG kid, man. He wear a fur coat in the desert, man. That's DG for you.
Shut your mouth.
You from Detroit, that's what I don't understand.
I don't understand the whole, you should be used to the cold. Who gets used to being cold? That's goofy. What am I, an animal? You think I'm just, because I've lived, like, first of all, I don't live outside in the cold. I'm inside. Like, it's goofy. I am not a animal which my body has like become accustomed to just being freezing cold. That's not how it works.
You have any good Michigan State memories, DG?
Back in 1 minute on the
No.
radio, guys. 1 minute.
No good Michigan State memories.
No.
Damn.
You mean good? Like what you mean good?
Good, like, something good happened.
To me?
You. Yeah, to you.
I mean, I played good, when we beat them in 2012, but no good. Nothing good happens there. All I remember is a stake in the field that I did not agree with.
I know.
Oh,
Where is Joe Bolden these days? He still with Ohio State?
man, I don't care.
You got hate for the man?
No, I don't have no desire to know what he's doing because he did that. And we weren't cool like that anyway. Yeah.
He's a special teams coach special teams coordinator at Tulsa.
Okay.
Good for him.
So he went with oh boy. What's his
He's
name?
not a great decision maker. I don't know how he got a job. It's like, I'm kidding. What are you doing?
And we're coming back on radio in about 15 seconds, guys.
All right. We are coming back. If you have questions for DG, get him in the stream.
Bowden.
Get him in the stream right now.
Joe
We'll get the
Bowden was
questions.
wild when he was a freshman too. Just jumping on piles. Yeah, he a good special
Same, my
teams
guy.
guy.
All right.
Back on radio. Back on radio in 5, 4.
Man. They can't hear the music.
I don't think they got the memo.
Yeah, radio hears the music, video does
Intercontinental.
not. So you might have to sing along for the video, folks, when they watch you dance.
I own that mug. Yeah.
Yeah, way to clear. Way to clear. You can't be making those mistakes on the air, right?
Like your boy.
You just had to go there.
I
You
know
just had to
ain't
go
going
there. So you got to talk about my boy. Where is Reggie Bush?
That ain't my boy.
That didn't sound like you said I had a conversation with Reggie Bush.
I didn't say I had no conversation with Reggie
You
Bush.
did too.
When?
You said earlier in the show, you said I was talking to Reggie Bush about it.
No. I said that I talked about Reggie Bush. Remember, I talked about Reggie Bush. Hold on now. Pump your brakes. and I don't want that to seem like we beefed out. It's an indifference is what it is. And you a sucker for trying to do that to me.
Hey, Reggie Bush hiding somewhere. I see OJ more than Reggie Bush now.
OJ be on TV. What is going on?
How you got OJ Simpson on TV more than you, Reggie? Come on.
See, I'm not alone. I'm not in line with that. I'm just saying that OJ is on TV way too much. Like, whoa, wait a minute.
It is, but still.
Has enough time passed? Like, what are we doing? He's doing crazy stuff all the time.
That's bad if OJ is on TV more than you.
It is what it is. with Cameron and have you watched that yet?
Wait, who's on it?
OJ Simpson was recently.
Man, you can't even. He even taking that show from you. You got to be on there before OJ. Come on, man.
It is what it is. Not a show for Reggie Bush.
Why not?
Reggie Bush super politically correct. He like a I'm just gonna leave it. That's not the show for him.
All right, we got to get into the questions for DG. All right, this is how we do it on the MMQ&A.
It is what it is.
Let's go to Adam Shepardson, who says, DG, how would you rank JJ's ball placement Saturday? Watching the game, it looked like IU was playing robber or thief defenses trying to trick JJ. Thanks, guys. I love the show.
I think he did well. I think he does very. I think we just like the previous segment was a whole segment about. I mean, he might have put that question in before, but his communication with the ball has been, I think, really good.
Yeah, man. There was one. I think I know there was one he was talking about. There was a kind of a deep over. It looked like there was a robber there, just waiting, just velocity on the football. There was a couple times against another quarterback.
Yeah,
it's probably. I'm not speaking to anyone. I'm just generally speaking. If it's a weaker arm quarterback, there are a couple balls generally speaking.
Seems like you were going a different direction.
Because I knew you were going to do that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I knew you were going to do that.
Oh, here you go. Don't try to throw me in there.
If it was a weaker arm quarterback, that robber picks it off.
Who was you thinking of when you said that?
There was a slough corner on another one that would have
Who was you thinking of when you said that?
I was thinking, generally speaking, if it was a quarterback who didn't have as strong an arm,
so listen,
those might have been picks.
It's not just strength of arm, because that's just saying, oh, just
or
physical
anticipatory
gift.
throw.
Yeah, and not only that, conviction. All right, because there are some throws he's throwing in these tight windows, and it's like, hey, if you're a second late or you hesitate or you don't believe in it, you don't throw a conviction, it may be an interception or it's not complete. And so I think that his ability, right, the ability that he's worked on and the natural gifts that he has, accompanied with the conviction and the belief to throw the ball in there and take chances, essentially, I think is, and obviously the accuracy and all that works together, but you can't make those throws without conviction. You got to believe in it. And once that ball is gone, you can't pull it back.
All right, let's go back to the questions on MMQ&A for Z got that damn dog in him. Says, imagine Sam wore two backpacks, single strapped up. He would be too powerful. I still have.
I want to see you with two backpacks, both single strapping.
Hey man,
because you do be having a lot of stuff.
I've done that before.
And that one strap, I know you have. I believe it. I believe it.
I've done that before.
That one strap, it takes a lot of work.
That one strap get a lot of wear. I'm surprised that it's still hanging on. You probably got the same backpack from when I was in the 12th grade.
You know, one of those, hey man, Frodo makes some really good backpacks. They're expensive too.
You got a backpack deal. Two straps. We're gonna get you a backpack deal.
Right. All right. Here's one from Seth Meek. JJ is mentally the most NFL prepared quarterback in college. He also is maybe the most physically talented. It's pretty great to see. Do you agree with that after watching Caleb Williams against Notre Dame on Saturday?
Well, the most physically talented, because he's not the biggest. He don't have the strongest arm. He's not the fastest or whatever. He's not the greatest runner. So I don't think he's the most physically gifted. There's a lot of physically gifted guys out there. But as far as mental capacity and mental preparedness for the NFL, I think that he's really on, and we've kind of outlined. He act like he made that up. We gave you that information. We've talked about how it's a little different. And so for Caleb, I knew at some point he would have to show, because you can't always devise perfect plays. And the thing is, he's not as gifted as he is. He's not working in the protections. He's not working in all that stuff. It's just that he's just so much better than every other person, right? It's almost like how, in Little League football, you got that quarterback that's just, man, he's just so good. But he don't know football for real. he just, and I'm not saying Caleb Williams don't know football, but the fact that he's so gifted and he's so much better than everybody else, anything that he lacks as far as understanding what needs to happen or break down the coverage or whatever, anything he lacks, he can always cover it up with his ability. And for JJ, I think he has great ability, but he's not reliant on that ability to cover things up that maybe he quite can't understand in a play or a scheme that a defense is trying to attack him with. I think that he's further along in that JJ is than Caleb in that kind of thinking. I think that he is further along in that and in the country, it's not a lot of guys dealing with protection and doing all that. And that's with me without even having to watch film. And another thing, I was talking to Joe Klatt, a lot of guys don't anticipate. Anticipatory throwing is a lost thing because you get all the answers from the sideline. You don't really need the play is designed, you know where to go with the ball, right? And so you don't do a whole bunch by yourself. And the CJJ not doing everything by himself, let's be clear, but to do a lot of different things by himself. The clock's running down. We don't have time to get a new play. I can't fix the protection from you from the sideline. He's done a good job of that. So I think he is a little further along than most guys in the country. Now, can't say everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, Tobias Lewis said your outfit on Saturday was fire.
Mine?
Yeah, what did you have on, DJ?
Oh yeah, I had the little brown sugar, baby. I get high on your love. Yeah, a little brown sugar. And I can't take the credit. My wardrobe team got to put that together.
Doing videos that only show you for the torso.
Sam, did you hear when he just said
you said Sam, you did your D'Angelo impression?
Sam, you missed what he said though.
Well, I mean, I do wear sweatpants usually, or like shorts or whatever I got on. Like whatever my bottom is, that's what it is, and then I just changed my tops. So I guess technically, I am brown sugar, babe.
How did you let it slide when he said my wardrobe team put that together?
Oh, I didn't catch that part. But
you can neither confirm nor deny. I can neither confirm nor deny, and I don't know whose side you are on. I know you're on the other side, Ira, but whose side are you on? I don't like it.
All right, here's what before we get to we're going to continue the MMQ&A on the stream for those who are listening on the radio. I want to switch over when we go off. But Brian Muleman wants to know, what's your prediction for MSU this week? Do you think JJ plays after the third quarter?
I'm not sure because, as much as they are down, they got a bunch of kids from the city, a bunch of kids that kind of know what this rivalry is about, and they're going to show up to play, right? And then, the grass ain't going to be cut. It's probably going to be rainy and cold and trash. It is what it is. It is what it is at East Lansing. So I don't know. I'm not the prediction guy. I just think that I think that JJ and the offense and the defense will play well. Will they blow him out so much that he won't play after the third quarter? I don't know. Will Harbaugh feel like, hey, I don't like these dudes. Let's bury them, right? Never know. So we'll see.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction? I like that.
Yes,
it's
prediction.
Mine. He told mine. Yeah, mine. My head too big. I can't. You know what I mean?
All right, folks, that is going to do it for us on the radio. Listen, our Beach Party this Saturday. Be sure to join us over at Black Rock Bar and Grill. We're going to do the KeyBank Countdown to kickoff starting at 3:30, and then the watch party afterwards. We're going to have special guests, great food, great steaks, TVs throughout, great drinks. Come on out and join us. Bring the whole family. We're bringing ours, bring yours too. We're going to have a great time. Hope to see you there on Saturday. That's going to do it for us here on the Michigan Insider Monday Morning Quarterback. We'll see you tomorrow here on Sports Talk 1050 WTK The Ticket, the official voice of University of Michigan Sports, Ann Arbor, a Cumulus station.
And you are clear on the radio.
All right, let's get back to the stream. Blank names. I'm saying it now. I think JJ is more pro-ready than Caleb Williams. He calls his own protections, which you said. Caleb clearly does not. JJ runs a pro-style offense. Caleb runs that soft spread. Lincoln Riley, do you agree with this assessment from Blank Name?
So I don't want everybody to think that JJ's setting all of his protections, right? And first of all, nobody does. Even in the NFL, nobody sets all their protections, right? So that's taking it a little too far. Also, he's helping when he needs to help in the protection game. And I mean, that's tough. That's tough, dude. Like, I don't know. I mean, Caleb just had a bad game against Notre Dame. It was a really good team. He got a lot of. You can say they're not a good team all you want. They lost by one player essentially to a top 5 team in Ohio State. Louisville's a really good football team, and they lost to them.
Pitt.
That's fine. We can't do he lost to them to do that.
And they barely beat Duke.
Listen to me. Duke was on the season, and did they beat him or did they not beat him?
They beat him.
Okay, right. They beat Duke.
But they lost to, okay.
They lost to Louisville, who's played really good football, right? They play really good football, but then they just blasted USC, who you can say whatever you want. They're a really good team, at least on offense, right? So at the worst, Notre Dame's a really good defensive team because in those games they lost, what they do on defense, right? They play really, really well, right? And especially against Ohio State, that was a defensive battle all the way down. And so having one bad game against a really good defensive team on the road, you can't say that all of a sudden he's not a good player. He's extremely dynamic. And JJ might at some point play a bad game, right? So I just think that Caleb has too much. He's done too much to say wholeheartedly, just like cut and dry. JJ way better than Caleb right now. I'm more prepared. We'll see. I mean,
they want you to say, step off, I'm doing the hump.
I don't get it.
Humpty dance?
Why would I say that?
I forgot you like 12.
I mean, I know to do the hump, but see, that's kind of thing might get you blocked because I don't really understand it. I don't understand.
He wear and that dude died, by the way.
You got people that died, and like now you're trying to get me involved with that.
He was wearing the hat in the video.
I don't like that one.
Just because
I wouldn't block him on this, obviously.
You gotta watch the video.
Just for reference, if you like tweet something like that, I will be so confused, and I'm not about to like ask you. If I can't figure it out on my own, I'm blocking you because I'm taking it as disrespect.
DG.
That's how I be, and that's why I got so many people blocked. I don't know that for real. I don't know. No. I know Humpty, the Humpty dance. Yeah. I know that. I ain't never seen him. I know he wear the glasses. He got a big old fake nose or a real nose that's big. Whatever the case, I'm gonna take it as disrespect because I ain't understand it right away. You better make sure you tweet that at me when Sam is next to me. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I had to interpret for you. He wear
but
the hat
not
all
always
the time
there. Is
too.
what I'm saying. He's not always there.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that was a good one. That was average. And any average one, I take it as disrespect.
All right. Yeah, man. Shock G, his alter ego. He just kind of sticking with it. He wore the glasses and he wore the hat too.
I got you.
So
all right, cool.
So
Sam and say it today. There we go. Oh no, the glasses had a nose.
So you're
on
not
it.
blocked, Jamie. You're not blocked. He's not blocked.
Oh no, Jamie. I won't block you. Well, oh, well, I'm not blocking you. Of course.
All right. Next question for DG. Oh man. So we've talked about you and I. We both on this train about Jared Goff being better than Matt Stafford, right?
and Jared Goff.
So yeah, Vinny, who was at the game, he was down at the Lions game against Tampa. He was on the sideline hanging out with the Hutchinsons. Man, dang, Vinny, you get down. He said JJ and Jared Goff are on pace to win the Heisman and MVP. Fantastic game management so far this season. Go Blue. Remember what people were saying about Jared Goff before the year? Oh, he's not even the best quarterback in his division. He's not as good as Matt Stafford or Dak Prescott. And Ira, what was his stats on Jared Goff again? Top 4?
He's 4th in quarterback rating. He's 5th in yards.
You want to know an even more impressive stat?
What's that?
Jared Goff. You think of him as the dink and duck guy. Oh, he's just a manager, whatever. On passes over 20 yards, completion and completion percentage. So how many times he completed? The most, right? So he has the most passes completed over 20 yards and the highest completion percentage downfield throws.
Without Jamison Williams out there. Until yesterday.
Yeah, and he got another one.
And he got one, yes.
So, the thing is though, we talk about the confirmation bias, just like when JJ threw interceptions against Bowling Green, everybody came out of their holes and was like, oh, see, yeah, that's why K was the starter, because he can't do it. He's too reckless with the ball, even though they have a series of different, opportunities for him to be not careful with the ball, essentially, and he hasn't, put the ball in harm's way. Same thing for Jared Goff. Oh, the reason the Rams couldn't win is because he just can't make the big plays. He can't do this. He can't do that. And it's just like, but they went to the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the Lions ain't won a playoff game. Mm-hmm. But it's super weird. You know what I mean? And so the bias is that he a dink and dunk. He just a guy, right? He ain't nothing. Like he not a guy for real. He not that guy. And it's just like, when you see him, you want that to be confirmed. So if he has a game where he has to, just take what the defense gives him or whatever, that's why they ain't gonna never be able to win. But then you go look at the stats and it's like, wait a minute. He's throwing the ball down the field more and completing more, higher percentage rate than everybody else. And this is a league that has Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, deep threat guy, Herbert in LA. So Matthew Stafford, who everybody thinks is just so amazing. So for him to be able to be with that single stat, obviously underneath he's doing really well. He's completing a high percentage of passes everywhere else. But the downfield 20, and then people say, oh, that doesn't matter. Well, yeah, because you just don't want it to matter. But it does, right? The numbers aren't going to. Men lie, women lie. The numbers can't lie.
Jada Pinkett lie. Jada Pinkett lie.
Jada Pinkett be lying.
Like a
And hopefully she be lying because it's a lot of stuff. But anyway, throwing it down the field over 20 yards, which are explosive plays. He completes more than everybody in the NFL and at a higher percentage of completion based off of like how many he throws and how many he completes.
You know what? Because I love
without
you.
James Williamson.
I love you, my brother DG. I watch you and I'm like so proud. Man, if I ever see you have a Jada Pinkett, man, we gonna have problems, man. If I see you let somebody do you like she did him.
That's not gonna happen. You know 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 me long enough. That's never gonna. I will be saying go forever. There's no chance. There's no chance that'll happen. But what if I got on TV and I danced and I said,
no,
never mind. I get it. You ain't gonna disown me then.
Come on, man. Why you trying to pile on, DJ?
I ain't piling on nothing.
You ain't trying to
we
pile
ain't even
on.
started pile yet.
Hey,
Because
man.
you ain't gonna let us.
Hey, man, no baby.
See, that's what you should. Big.
No, we don't do that. No maize on blue, no maize on blue when it comes to our criticism.
But
Unless it's constructive.
If people don't know what you're talking about, just go to
That's
awfulannouncing.com.
Sam don't want it out there.
Yeah, just go to awfulannouncing.com and look at the
it's on there?
on the screen. They had a write up on there. Yeah. It
See,
came
I knew
across
Ira
this
was on my
morning,
side.
actually. Yeah.
I knew Ira was on my side. I'm sorry, Ira, for thinking you wasn't on my side.
Hey, man, we all on the same side. On this
No,
one.
me and Ira, no. Me and Ira on the same side. You ain't on there.
You know, mistakes happen, DG.
You don't sing them usually.
That one was pretty. It seems pretty premeditated.
It's definitely premeditated.
So if it was
But see,
premeditated, the producer said,
hold
okay,
on.
yeah, Des, go do that.
But see, this
And
producer on this show
I
allows
ain't gonna
Devin
go
to
there.
sing. Devin sings great. And Devin can sing whatever he wants.
Yeah, I'll be singing. L is for the way you look at me. Yeah.
Hey, man, you had RG3, who stole your style, by the way. You should be more critical of RG3 saying,
I'm not critical of nobody, though.
saying orgy in the end zone.
I was I not?
Yeah, come
I
on,
say
man.
he wilding. Everything he do, I say he wilding. I don't know what he be on. He be tripping. He's tripping. And, your guy is jumping in line, I guess. I guess that's what they do at ESPN. I don't know.
All right. So I love my guy, Kwame Tumasi. I think is how you say his name. I love you, Kwame. I love you. You great supporter of the show, but I can't get with you on this. No need to run up the score on Sparty. Win comfortably and stay healthy. I don't agree with that. I say if you can run it up, you sprint it up.
Listen on it. What he's saying, if Jack Tuttle and Ben Hall are on the field and they can't run it up, run them up.
Man.
No, it's like I think this is a rivalry game, and there's no whole bunch. It's not a whole bunch of respect there, right?
Mhm.
It ain't. It is what it is, and so like I think if you could score 70, you could score 70, and you can score 70 staying healthy. All right, you can. I think Jack Tuttle can go get 70 on Michigan State, especially after maybe 45. He can go finish that off. I don't see why you would call off the Dogs when they front run for so long, and not to mention you're just playing your offense, right? You're just playing football. It's not like you probably won't go for 2 when you can kick an extra point or anything like that. But if you do, I don't see why that's a problem either, because there is no respect, right? There's not a whole lot of respect. I think for Ohio State, it's a little bit more respect. It's, at least for me, it was a little bit more respect. But for Michigan State, it's not a whole bunch of respect because they just always want to, the little brother thing happened, and they just always want to feel like underdog. Well, you got what you asked for. You are big time underdog now. You're big time,
and there will be no letting up.
No,
there will be no taking the foot off the gas.
There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. And then remember the first year of the Big Ten championship, we lost to not Ohio State, but Michigan State. Right? We lost to them. And they was talking crazy as if we didn't win the conference in which they reside. Crazy? Yeah, you beat us, but, we won the whole conference. I mean, you're in the conference. We won, and they were really talking crazy. So, like, I don't think you can go out and say like, oh yeah, we're just gonna beat them down a little bit and then let up. No, kick them while they're down. I'm not a big guy on kicking people while they're down. Kick them while they're down.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Mm-hmm.
So your boy Joe Klatt, your boy? He's your boy, right?
I like Joe Klatt.
Right. So Joel said, according to Ottawa Traveler.
Just because I like Joe doesn't mean he's right on everything, but I don't know what y'all got. I'm not even going to read it. I'm not going to read it. All I'm going to say is, just because me and Joe are cool doesn't mean I agree with everything he says. So, okay.
He said Klatt called out JJ's ball placement. He said JJ has a tendency to leave balls short.
Well, he's left some balls short. That's a fact, right? Tendency, like as a repeat offender, I don't think so. But he has left some balls short, even though some that have been caught. Right. And so, but when that's a criticism, right? That's because he's playing so good. You got to find something. He can't just be a Michigan homer. And I'm just telling you, right now, Joe Klatt probably wouldn't like this. He's a big Michigan guy. He's a big Michigan fan of, and not like a fan of like Michigan without them playing good or anything, but a fan of how they play and the way they play. And he's a big fan of JJ, right? And so, but you can't, you're doing a job. It's two teams out there. And even if the other team's getting destroyed, it makes it increasingly difficult to stay impartial. But you got to put some out there, right? And that is a fact. He has underthrown a couple balls, but who hasn't? Everybody does that. You know what I mean? So when you're playing so good, you should take it as a badge of honor. Like, yeah, I guess I'm going to make sure I'll be a little more perfect. So you can't say nothing, sucker. As you used to say, yeah.
So you have a lot of people on your block list, right? And you let them off if they pay you. They pay you to get off the block list.
I don't think nobody has paid for that block protection yet. But hey, Venmo, PayPal is all Gardner Devin J. Or what is it? Cash App, Gardner Devin J. And if I have you blocked, because I don't know who I have blocked, right? It's not like I go try to see. And so you put whatever you deem suitable. You put that thing in there, and then I will.
Consider it.
But you got to put a note. Hey, I'm blocked. This is my thing. Can you know what I mean? And then based on the, what you put in there, I'll consider.
So we have people coming in and, making apologies. This one is not to you. This one is to Al Borges. So Seth Meek.
Al Borges blocked them?
No, he don't have
he don't have a mechanism
to block. But Seth Meek says,
he
said, I love Al Borges now, but I definitely created a Fire Al Borges Facebook page back in the day.
That's so messed up.
I was young and immature, but I had like 2,000 people in it. But love you, Al.
And it's just like, do you know that he got a family? Like, you trying to get this man fired? And not to mention, guys, it wasn't Al. It just wasn't. You know what I mean? We just didn't have the players at the time. Guys weren't, blocking like we thought they could. It's just, it's what it is, man. But
I know you could bring some light to what went down.
Yeah, I mean, but that is super immature. Like I never understood stuff. Like, so I've been a kid too. I've never done stuff like that ever. Like as a young kid, as a medium-aged kid, no, I've never done stuff like that. And maybe because I've always been in the arena, but even for like celebrities of other stuff that maybe do stuff bad, it's not like I just don't attack people. I'm not that mean. I seem mean, I guess. I'm a little mean. I can be mean, but I'm just not mean for no reason. That's weird. I just don't understand that. So, but I'm glad I'm not the guy you need to apologize to because you didn't try to. You probably made one for me too, but you just don't want to say it because you don't want me to. Yeah, it definitely did. So thanks a lot for that. Or we got to have all these young. I forgot about that. Yeah, it definitely affected me because you move a coach where everybody knows the offense where we're going to be really good that next year because everybody knows what to do. Bringing an entirely new offense. And now a bunch of young guys who have never played, Taylor's gone, all that, you know what I mean? It's just like you play me. So I'm actually put his name back. I'm gonna block him because I don't like that. I don't like it. Put him back up. Where is he? Find him. But also I'll take my block back right now because it was a blessing in disguise too because I got a chance to meet Nussmeier and learn new things as far as offense is concerned. And this is why our breakdown can be so extensive. And no matter what happens, I kind of understand how football works. I know you have 3 different offenses and all that. So I'm gonna block you, but I'm not gonna block you now because it's a blessing and a curse. And luckily for me, I'm the guy that's very optimistic, right? And so no things don't happen to me; it happens for me. But you kind of did that to me a little bit.
All right.
But then it happened for me a little bit.
I got your back.
We're a little torn, but I'm gonna try and find your comment just in case I feel like block you later.
All right. Marty Lynn wants to know for the question segment: how important is it to the recruits watching to see a blowout game like that versus a super close game? Can you comment on the overall recruiting for Michigan? Do you think that game? Talking about the one last week.
So no, I don't think a blowout of Indiana is something that is whatever. And I don't think a close game against Indiana is something. We got back-to-back Big Ten champs. and, winning every game by 25 plus or whatever, I think that is the body of work is more why recruits are so attracted, what should be attracted to Michigan. As far as just blowing out teams and whatever, that's cute and all that, but then you're going to get the front running kids. Or the kids is just, they ain't really looking at it. They just seeing blowout and they're like, oh yeah, I want to go be a part of that. I want to go do that. And it's just like, I don't want a front runner in my locker room. I just don't. Right. And if I'm gonna have one front runner because he's so talented, I gotta have a whole class of every other guy got to be that hard-nosed guy so we can kind of alter that mentality and stop being a front runner. So I think blowouts attract front running kids who just want to show off and whatever. That's why I love the new NCAA rule of like, you can't take pictures in the uniform unless you're on an official visit. Thank God. I'm so sick of seeing all these people pump faking like they getting recruited by these teams, pump faking like they actually want to go to these teams. College is allowing them to do it. And now a kid maybe that's not truly being recruited has a misconstrued view of how good he is and if he can actually play at this university because he's on a package deal on a visit with somebody, you know what I mean? And then the mental health of other kids where you putting this all on the internet and obviously people are responsible for their own mental health, but you're allowing these kids to play pretend and all these other kids are looking like, man, why he get to like now I'm a sophomore, I should be a finished product. No, you shouldn't. All right, you should still be improving, but because of the internet and these, freshmen and sophomores wearing a uniform, now it look like, oh man, I'm not doing good enough, and social media I hate for that reason, but I'm glad that rule has been created so that all the front running and all the pretend and all the dress up can be stopped. And if you really are considering a school, you take a official visit. If they really are considering you, more importantly, right, you'll get to take an official visit and you'll get to put that uniform on and post your post up. Yeah. And so now we can eliminate the guy that turns 45 but was never truly getting recruited, but he tagged along with some top recruit. And then now he coaching Little League football, telling everybody how he did it and how you can get to this level. And he don't know what he doing. He ain't get to no level. He just got to wear the uniform because he was homeboys with so-and-so. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that is done because now you got to stand on your own 10 toes and really, really improve and do your thing.
Yeah, the official visits are a great week now because they only have so many. I think it's 50 something.
Now you know if you're getting recruited.
You know if you're getting recruited, you could take an official.
Yeah.
So
stop letting them people wear that wing helmet, man. Unless they really got an opportunity to come to the school. Stop it. Let's just stop it, okay? Mm-hmm. It's them they don't even know that the decal isn't the wings. They think that it's a yellow decal on there. No, the decal is the blue. The helmet is yellow. Here's a little history for you. The helmet is yellow or maize, and the decal is the blue that creates the wings. Stop letting them wear that wing helmet. It's pride in that wing helmet. Or at least take the wings off if you let them wear it.
Oh, you remember that? Man, back in the day. Took the wings off the helmet. Yeah. But anyway, Walter Modell says, ask Devin if he ever plans on getting into coaching. I can see him at Michigan one day. I ask you that a lot.
Hard no. I'm not dealing with the politics and the head coach, unless the days are gonna make me the head coach straight away. But I'm not dealing with no head coach talking to me crazy because this 18-year-old, 19-year-old can't figure it out. Hold on, Chief. I gave him the tools, and he's garbage. Okay. Yeah, obviously, yeah. I would have to be super old and like super like I don't know. I'm the always and no never guy, but I don't see myself being that, especially because what I'm doing now, I can do it forever. As long as the games are being played. So,
all right, here's another from Ryan David. We're winding down here. Get him in quick because we're winding down. Says he wants to know: are you worried that they have not played a complete game yet? It kind of worries me that the offense has not been in a pressure situation since the playoffs. What do you say, UDG?
What does he mean by complete game? It's 52-7, not complete. I see even they had a couple nice punt returns too, like especially.
I'm assuming he means the slow start.
You got 52.
All right.
Not blockable, but
Sheldon wants to know, does Prince Akeem enjoy getting bathed?
Sheldon, the thing about that is we need to get I would
that
love
would be a yes.
That would be a yes. I was gonna give a long salute. I would love, for
as long as it's not Jada. As long as it's not Jada.
Jada cannot bathe me. Actually,
no, bro.
She can't bathe me. I don't think so. Because she like a demon. I don't like it.
I agree.
She like a demon or something, man. There's something wrong with her. Cause like she just mean, like
right.
She just treating this man crazy for
now Tupac got alopecia. Like what? What are we talking about?
He had eyebrows.
It's like
he just had a bald head.
She claims he had alopecia.
oh, because she alopecia,
Right.
like you want to make, or we was just meant for each other. She's crazy. She's crazy. She's crazy.
I'm right there with you, man. Can we
Yeah.
leave Tupac alone?
Anybody
Leave
can
Will
bathe
alone.
me. Remember, everybody, Carrie Hilson, get in her mentions. Really hit her up. Carrie Hilson, that's me. That's who I want. And she might be crazy too, but I'll deal with it. Ain't nobody crazy as Jada Pinkett, though, obviously. Oh, man.
All right. How about Keon Coleman showing out for FSU? Makes sense.
He's
how
nice, dog.
Yeah.
I did not know he was that nice. Remember, you was real high on him. I'm like, okay, he leaving this game. But he nice. He is nice. I'm sorry. Keon Coleman, I know you probably don't watch the show. I apologize. I didn't think you was that nice. I thought you was a pretty good player. I thought you was good. You got good speed, good size, all those different things you can catch. You nice. You ain't
Man.
Marvin Harrison quite, but I ain't saying he way better than you either now. You are nice. He nice. He is nice. And I'm glad I can say this because he don't play at Michigan State. He played Florida State, so it's all good.
Man.
He a good player, man. And then the thing he adds in special teams, you kind of got to look at it like Marvin Harrison don't add in special teams, right? So as a complete player and a complete contributor, I don't know, man. And then Marvin Harrison got those highlight catches. Keon Coleman, it seemed like every week he got some amazing highlight catch, man. And it's just good thing he played for Florida State now, because he might give Michigan State a chance. But he saw that writing on that wall. He said,
score.
We still need a quarterback to get him
Right.
the ball,
They might give him a chance to score, not win.
Well, Ira, you got to look. Ohio State's quarterback ain't doing a great job, but guess what? When you got to do, you can figure it out.
Yeah, Michigan took him out in the second half. That first half, though, he was getting loose.
Yeah. He's nice. He's super nice.
Kwame is back. He said, I keep telling people about Samaj. I was like, he went, it got to his zone.
He did get in his zone. I tell you, he a good player, man. But the thing is, he a little arrogant, a little whatever. But if you can back that thing up.
You know who is he reminds me of mentality-wise of Steve Smith.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You see Steve Smith go off on Jerry Judy?
Yeah.
Now that would be on dropping dimes this week.
I think they both was tripping a little bit, but hey, because Jerry Judy got super sensitive. Being a Jag is not disrespect. And I guess you could take it as disrespect.
Just a guy.
Hey, but he's just a guy. You know what I mean? And what Jerry Judy has put out there, I mean, he has been just a guy a little bit. And so I don't know the tone because I didn't see the clip. I don't know the tone in which, because your tone can matter, right? Your tone, it's like, he's just a guy, or he's just a guy. Tone can matter. And so maybe the tone from Steve Smith on his podcast was a little different. And Jerry Judy said, hey, man, nah, we ain't playing that game, which he has the right to do. But then it's like, some people killing Steve Smith, like saying, oh, that's weak or whatever. But it's like, you can't now you are disrespecting me when you say N-word or whatever. I don't F with. Now you are directly to my face disrespecting me. I was just doing an analysis of who you are as a person that was drafted in the first round at high level. Now you disrespecting to my face.
And you see,
what I mean?
So the dude who teed him up. See, I pride
Oh,
myself.
the dude that teed him up did it on purpose.
Yeah, teed him up. And he was
I'm something to share.
And then he was like, oh, and you can say it. It was like, no, I can't
First
say
of all,
it.
I can't say that.
I can't say that. Like, come
Who you
on,
trying
man.
to do? You trying to fight? You think who you think I am?
You really don't like me, do you?
Yeah, you really don't like me. You trying to
Like,
get me
come
going.
on, man.
I don't think he understood what he was saying, because I'm sure when he told this, like when they told the person's team up, I don't think he understood what he was saying when he was saying ninja. It flew over his head, I think. I don't think he was like, no, you can say it.
No.
And he no, I'm just gonna say ninja here, okay? But yeah, I think Jerry got a little sensitive, because I think Jerry nice. I think Jerry Judy nice. I don't think he's put it all together, but some people would be nice and just can't figure it out in the league for whatever reason. And I think that's kind of what, like I said, I need to see the tone for the podcast. But if somebody say F me, I can, whatever. Gloves are off, dude.
And right.
Be a professional. What do you mean? And he said it twice.
Oh, yeah, we're getting into this on dimes. But, man, I mean, just the guy compared to what we hear some of these players
saying. I feel like
man, we hear dudes calling one
garbage, trash, all that.
Ass and trash.
Yeah.
And he
just the guy seems very,
especially when he's apologizing for it.
And then he tried to apologize to you. Nah.
And this is not some rando. Like Steve Smith was a guy.
And then a lot of the thing is, like, these young players come in and it's like, okay, you got Steve Smith, who's an amazing player, and he's in the media now or whatever. I mean, if you want protection, because you'll be protected. If you want protection, reach out when you get in the league, right? He's never apparently had a conversation with Jerry Judy. You a young receiver come in, you ain't reach out to him. He's been on your games, all this. You can't expect him on his podcast to be gentle with your performance. He gave it what it was. I don't know you. I don't have no relationship with you, so I don't have no reason to protect you. And so, like, I think that's a part of on Jerry Judy's, deal.
Yeah,
like, yo, man,
Yeah.
you should probably seek you because we thought you was that man. You got drafted in the first round. I don't need y'all. He probably shunned him at some point. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need you. And now you got issues.
Yeah, you got
because now he got a voice and you ain't playing good.
Right. So that's the thing that the players got to realize. Like, DG got a mic now.
Oh yeah, you better be nice because I'm way more strategic than C. Smith was.
Hey, are you calling an Iowa game this year?
It was between Iowa and Illinois, and I got Illinois this week.
Oh, okay.
I was going to Iowa too. I was going to go to Iowa.
You were going to be strategic, DG?
I was going to call it how it is.
So yeah, you're going to be strategic. I got you.
I was going to call it how it is. What is it?
All right.
Who are they? What are they? What are they capable of doing? Can they still be as good as they would have been with this new guy? Yeah, 100%. They beat Wisconsin when the quarterback threw for 34 yards.
All right. Dropping Dimes comes on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. 3 to 4. We obviously, for those who can't catch it live, we obviously put it up as well. But
players, get y'all some protection, man.
Hey, this one. Let me get this up real quick. So Legacy Sins One wants to know, when are we going to invite Denard for a Monday morning quarterback special episode? That would be epic. Now I was thinking of having
we gotta get another camera.
I was thinking about having you and Borges in the bye week, but I know you don't want to do that.
I don't want no. First of all, you can have me and Denard and put Borges in the middle, and we just rip his face off the whole time. That'd be what it is.
So maybe we.
But Denard got to work at 9 in the morning.
He does, doesn't he?
He got a job.
I wonder. It's the bye week.
My Denard works.
I wonder if in the bye week you might get
my boy works.
Because Jim, he said they listen to the show down at the building now.
Jim said that?
Yeah, Jim said that.
For real?
Yeah, and he said he was like my man Jim Plocky. He said he listened
Jim
to
Harbaugh or Jim Plocky?
Jim Harbaugh said it's on in this. Yes, he's in the show.
Devin, listen.
That's
our
funny.
local radio guys here, WTKA and Ann Arbor, Sam Webb, got to hear a lot of these over the course of those 3 weeks, and they come out, yeah, that's about right. They're seeing it pretty much exactly the way it is.
They listen, DG. They listen. So he was like, "Hey, man, Jim Blocky, he has it on
I
all the time."
I don't think Harbaugh wanted to say it, but he had to. He's like, "It's been good. I mean, what do you want from me? I gotta." They're seeing it about right, and we are seeing it about right.
So I'm
That's
thinking,
great confirmation. And you wonder, like, why don't we have 2,000 people watching it at a time? When you get that kind of endorsement, we need to pump that in. I mean, the head guy who we don't. I mean, you might talk to him sometimes. I don't think you do, but I don't talk to him about this stuff. And he like, hey, they seeing it, and he probably like, man, we got to do a bit better job of figuring out how to. Because if they seeing it, maybe somebody else see it. But maybe they don't know ball like we know ball.
So my point is, he might be willing to let Denard.
Nah. Denard got a job. But I mean, in the morning, so Denard do a lot in recruiting. So in the morning at 9 o'clock, right, when we do the show, he might not have a whole bunch to do, right? Because the recruits ain't really in at 9 in the morning. He might have to do class check. He might be able to get maybe, I'll hit him up.
Jim Plocky getting a shout out from Daniel. Yeah, Jim Plocky, good dude. Good people.
Yeah, he a good dude.
Love Jim. But
I hated him. I'm sure Daniel did too. If he was working with you, I know you hated him when he was in college. Hated his guts. When I tell you I hated Jim Plocky, it's like I'm cool with him now, and it's hard a little bit. It's
tell
like I think I still hate you a little bit.
Make sure you tell everybody why.
Well, yeah, because he was a strip coach. He was a bow. It's like, dog, you stop talking to me, man, before I have to fight you. Okay? And I was a young Thundercat back then. And so I hated him so much back then. Even like now, he's so cool. Hey, Dev, he's smiling, hug, all that. And it's just like, all right. I think I might hate you a little bit still. Little PTSD. I don't know. You trying to trick me? What are you doing? Yeah, and I would be late for workout sometimes or whatever. And so like whenever I would have punishment, he'd be the guy doing it. And it's just like, I don't like this dude, dog. I don't like him. But we cool now.
Yeah,
hey, look, we cool now.
Yeah,
I think.
Super good dude. I love
good
dude.
He's a
Love
good dude.
Bev, love ball. But here's the
his
thing.
wife. I love his wife too. I mean, his daughter went to school. I don't think I was like a senior or a junior when she got to school, and his family's good and whatever. But I don't know about Jim. So I think I'm cool with Jim.
So are you ready? Like I said, I'm gonna put the request in
for what?
For Denard, because Denard got smoke for you.
First of all, Denard has been wrong so much. He's been wrong so much, and guess what? We get him on the show. He gonna have to stand on his 10 toes, his 10 very long toes.
Denard got smoke for you. Oh man, I don't
Got smoke for me.
Yeah, he
got smoke for me. He don't got no smoke for me.
I got all kind of smoke for you.
No, I got smoke for him. He's been so wrong on everything. I'm talking about stuff about Michigan football that I done told him, and he in the building. Me and Gardner can go at it right now. Right now.
I'm gonna try to get it set up. I can't make any
Gardner,
promises.
I got smoke for you.
Go see if you can make it happen. That'll do it for the Monday morning quarterback, folks. We got to get over to the film study. Be sure to check that out on Wednesdays. We got the live breakdowns
Hey, you
tomorrow.
gotta start dropping them a little earlier. People waiting, man, including me.
Okay.
Drop the film, man.
Hold on.
Forget all that Borges garbage.
Oh.
Stop dedicating so much time to that garbage with Borges. Get our films dropped tomorrow.
Now, you understand how much work that is.
Get Borges out of here. Borges will stop taking up 37 hours. Maybe you can get it dropped. Drop it on Tuesdays.
Hey, man, it was so bad last week. And I couldn't even, you know me, I come back when people say stuff about me. I come back. I was in the live with, must have been Vance. He's like, man, what's wrong with Sam? He looks stoned. Get some sleep. I couldn't even reply because I was like, man, you right.
You got to have a conversation with Borges. Hey, Borges, I get it. You got to learn how to do some kind of technology or something if we're going to keep on doing these long breakdowns now. And you know what's crazy, though? I'll be trying to shorten them for you, and you always trying to, Sam, that's not important. We good to go. We don't have to do all that. But you don't want no sleep, apparently. That's what
I won't sleep. So anyway, we got to get out of here, folks. We love y'all. Keep supporting it. Subscribe to the channel. Like the videos. We'll keep them coming. Keep them going and growing. Be sure to check out the film studies on Wednesdays. Dropping Dimes, 3 o'clock on Wednesday. And remember, if you're around, come to our Beat Sparty Party on Saturday. We're going to have a great time. Keep Countdown to Kickoff starts at 3:30. So we'll do the live pregame show at Black Rock Bar and Grill. And then the watch party is after that. We'll be watching Michigan whoop up on Michigan State's ass for the next 4 hours. It's gonna be we're going to have a great time.
Brought to you by UTech IT.
Brought to you by UTech IT. We'll see